Welcome back to Monopoly Go, where the partner event is still glitched and everything is predetermined. And by everything, I mean everything. I am back with another airplane mode. We're going to call it a hack for the partner event wheel. If you don't know anything about airplane mode, definitely go back, take a look at my other videos, and kind of get the gist of it and the hang of it and what I mean. This is probably not going to be beneficial to you if you're brand new to airplane mode, but for those of you who are familiar with it, I'm going to talk to you about this. So this is not going to be nearly as beneficial as the dice airplane mode rolls on the actual board, but maybe there's a little bit of merit to this. So here I am in airplane mode, and I am writing down every roll that I get on the wheel on the ×1 multiplier. Normally I would do that until my no internet popped up, but just for the sake of this and the sake of saving a little bit of time on the video, I ended it after about 5 or 6 rolls. So just like in any other time you did airplane mode, you would, this is on the single device, you would go ahead and delete the app, reinstall it like I'm doing now, and go back in, and then I'll show you what to do. But just for the sake of this, I am going to probably fast forward a little bit while it's downloading because it's my old phone and it takes forever. But like I said, so these are predetermined, whereas the dice is predetermined. Every single roll is predetermined for every number, if that makes sense. Whereas here, every single multiplier is predetermined and they are not connected. So as you can see, I went ahead and did the ×5 multiplier. You can see that on the left-hand side, and the ×2 multiplier before I started the video. So on the ×5 multiplier, you can see that the first roll was a 400. My second roll was a 1,000, the aqua-colored one. My third roll was a 1,000, again, the aqua-colored, and my fourth roll was a 1,000 roll with a free spin after that. When I went in and did the ×2 multiplier, my first roll was a 160, my second roll was a 160, my third was a 200, then a 400, the aqua color, and then there was another one that I wrote down that was an 80. So unfortunately with this hack, you're gonna have to eat some of the rolls. You're gonna have to eat some of the drum. You can't just pick the best ones and skip the ones that kind of stink. So I'll explain that here in a minute. Let me fast forward while my app is downloading because it takes forever. All right. So like I said, some of these you're just going to have to eat. You're not going to be able to just pick the best rolls because they are not connected to each other. Each multiplier is its own individual sequence of numbers. So if you do 1, the other multipliers are not affected whatsoever. So let me go ahead and finish downloading the app here, get back in, sign in, do all that stuff. Again, the same way you would if you were doing single device airplane mode and with the dice on the actual Monopoly game board. So let's log in here and I'll open up the partner event, the one that I still have not finished, and I'll show you. Technically, I would have done higher multipliers like ×30 and whatever, but if I did that, it actually had really good spins on the wheel, and I would have finished it in like 2 or 3 rolls of the wheel, and that would not have helped for my video. So I did a little extra for you guys just to explain it, but no big deal. So here we go. Opening back the one that is not finished. If I look here, the ×5 multiplier, let's bump this up. My first roll was a 400. It was 400, and that's what it was in airplane mode, and that is what it is now when my device is out of airplane mode. So now if my second roll was 1,000, and it was the aqua-colored 1,000, if that matters, I am going to get that because this is my second roll on the ×5 multiplier. Just like I said, it hit the 1,000 again. And I can take a look. On ×5, I get a 1,000. On ×2, it was 160. On ×1, my next roll or my first roll was going to be 100. So I'm going to actually show you. I bump it down to a 2, and because they are not connected, the multipliers are not, I rolled a 160. My next roll on a ×2 multiplier is going to be 160 again because it is not connected to any other multiplier. The sequence won't change whether or not you pick another multiplier. It's whatever that one is, that is what you're going to get. So I'm going to take it down to a 1 multiplier, and my roll is going to be 100, which is the same as what it was in airplane mode. I got 100 in airplane mode, and you see here out of airplane mode, I got 100 again with the 1 multiplier. So now let's say you want to go back to the times 5 multiplier, because that one actually had 100, or sorry, not 100, 1,000 where it landed on. So I'm going to do that on a 5, and I'm going to get the 1,000 aqua again. So none of these are connected to each other. So if you want, you can write down each multiplier and decide which one you want. Maybe the times 2 you never want to use because you don't like any of those rolls. You just got to pick between the times 5, the times 1, the 10, the 20, the 30, whichever ones you want. If you want to go in and find out what they all are, that's your choice. Or you're just going to have to suck it up and take a couple of the bad rolls on the wheel and move on. So that, I hope, makes sense. And like on the times 5 here, if it is done, well, now you have to go back into airplane mode and figure out what the next times 5 numbers are going to be, the sequence in the times 5 multiplier. That will not affect the rest of what's left of times 2. That will not affect the rest of what's left of the times 1 multiplier. So if you have any questions, let me know. I tried to do my best to explain it, but it's a little more difficult. It's a little more complicated, a little more difficult to explain. But there is an airplane mode hack. Check it out. And hopefully the next event won't be as glitched as this one has been. So good luck, happy rolling, and stick around for more stuff. Thanks. Bye.